Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Dreaded to Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode number 9 of my Colorado Rockies Out of the Park Baseball Series here in OOTP 16. And today we are ready to get going with the 2017-18 offseason. We just wrapped up a pretty successful season, not the most successful season in franchise history. I'd say this season they made the World Series was a bit more successful, as we did lose in the playoffs in the first round, but we did set the team record for wins in a season, and we made a lot of progress in our rebuild. We clearly made a leap to a team, maybe not quite yet a force to be reckoned with, but certainly a team that, or I would say a team that is, going to be thought of as one of the better young teams in baseball, an up-and-coming team with a strong farm system, et cetera, stuff like that. So we certainly made a leap this year, winning all the games that we did. But, still, I think this is a very, very tricky spot in a rebuild, because we're sort of at the point where, we could only be a couple moves away from being a serious contender. But at the same time, we still, personally in this specific rebuild, we still aren't quite yet to where, let's go to team home screen for this. We aren't quite to the spot where, all of our top prospects have sort of leveled at our, or what am I trying to say here? Have crept up to the majors or whatever. And, our long-term plan was to build this, or sort of keep this current offense going and then wait for our young arms to get up, but we actually had some success before our young arms got up. And so, we're still sort of waiting for guys like Tyler J, Hunter Parsons, and Brady Aiken, Julio Urias, and these guys are still young. Aiken's 21, Parsons is 20. Aiken's just still in rookie ball. We got to get him out of there this year. We still have Thomas Dillard coming up soon. He is currently in low A ball, and I don't know where Julio Urias is. He's probably still in double A, unless he's hurt. Oh, he might be hurt. Oh, I don't know where Julio Urias is. What about high A ball? Where is Julio Urias? Well, I don't know, but we'll find him. Wait, I know where to find him. Let's go to manager settings, and actually we'll do manager history, transactions history. We'll find him in our transactions history because he was pretty early move. We'll be able to find him. Let's see, find the Dodgers. There they are. All right, so he's in New Britain. Oh man, his stock is falling. That's why. Dang, that stinks. Oh, and he's having such a good year. All right, well, we'll see. He's still only 21, so his stock could go back up. Plus, he still kind of looks like he might have some decent ratings. But, man, it's because he struggled so much at the beginning there. But he's really improved lately, so I still kind of have faith in him, but we'll see. We will see. That's kind of disconcerting, but... so kind of back to my original point here for this offseason, kind of the tone of this offseason, I guess, is it's going to be one where I don't want to hit the accelerator button sort of and go too quickly into something and rush and then sort of ruin a good thing that we have going. So I'm going to be really careful, because I've done this in the past where I've sort of gotten excited and like, oh man, we're like 1 or 2 moves away from really being a contender. Like, let me go out and sign this 30-year-old pitcher, and then, it sort of ruins, or let me trade my top pitching prospect for like this, 30-year-old great arm or whatever. And it's like, well, that'd be nice if we were like one starting pitcher away from a World Series, but we're more than one starting pitcher away from a World Series. We're probably, 1 or 2 starters and maybe, I don't know, maybe another bat. So who knows? Like, it's kind of a tricky spot. So we definitely want to be careful. But all right, let's get into it. No more posturing. All right, so Danny Duffy's option, he is scheduled to make $3 million. And he's actually demanding more than that. So, all right, we'll pick up his option then. We got $27 million to spend. Actually, no, his ratings have kind of gone down after having Tommy John yet again. So we're actually going to avoid his option or whatever. Alan Craig, so he's got a $13 million option. We're definitely going to avoid this. We just picked him up at the end of the year as sort of insurance, knowing we weren't going to have to pay him this year. So we'll avoid that. Don't care about the goals. Alright, so let's take a look at guys hitting salary arbitration. We got a lot of them this year. First off, Jordan Walden and Johnny Venters are free agents. Walden would be kind of nice to bring back. He's pretty good for us last year. I'm not sure what it would take though. $6.5 million. 29 years old. I mean, maybe. I don't know. We'll come back to that. Charlie Blackmon. He was pretty good insurance down the stretch. I think he's a good bench player to have, so I'll bring him back at his price. Let's offer extension. Well, yeah, it's about 2 million. Do 2.1. Joey Gallo. So Gallo's a guy we would like to probably give an extension to. He is Super 2 eligible, so oh yeah, and he's up for an extension. He would be down to sign one. So let's do what do we want to do here? Maybe like 2, 6, 9, 12, and do 16 maybe. I think he would take that. And he's 23, so wow, we could do like 10 years here and do team options at the end probably. And we would get him at $16 million a year. Nice. All right, so he will take that. So we'll get Joey Gallo locked up. He's only 23. That's pretty exciting. Still lots of room to get better. Joe Panic. I'm not sure if I really want to get Panic under an extension, although holy smokes, he had a good year last year. We got 3 more years of team control on him. That's a pretty good. It's a pretty good contract. I don't know. I'd kind of like to see him do it one more year in Colorado before we sort of commit to him long term. I mean, we can always trade him, but gets a little more tricky when you lock him up like that. So I think we'll stick to just 1 year on him. He's not necessarily like a core building block. He's more like a glue player anyway. So I would say the same thing with Jose Miguel Fernandez. He's coming off a down year. So let's give him a 1 year contract. We'll do 375. All right. Chris Carter, I totally forgot we still have. Oh, he actually must have gotten his I think he just renewed his contract last year and got like a minor league deal. Oh no, I guess he actually made that. All right, well, I'm going to release you because I don't want that to happen again. Yeah, he spent the whole year in AAA and it wasn't even that good. All right, so we'll just release Chris Carter. Christian Vasquez, definitely want back. And I'm not keen on offering him a long-term extension either because I'm still not sure. I'm not even sure, him or Murphy's the future because we still have Thomas Dillard coming up soon. So I don't really know if I'm going to extend either of those guys, but Murphy's not even at arbitration yet, so we really don't have to worry about that. So Jacob Turner coming off of pretty solid year. He's pretty much did what he did the year before. He's pretty good for like a 4th or 5th starter. He's durable. He eats up innings, so that's good. So because of that, we will bring him back. But certainly another guy who's not like a building block or anything. He's not one of the guys who had breakout years in our rotation this year, so not worried about extending him long term or anything. Joe Ortiz, like to get back. He's a pretty solid left-handed reliever. His stats weren't the best, but we sort of know that that's influenced by playing in Colorado. And whoops, I just offered him a minor league extension. Whoops, the daisies. Oh well, I'll get him back later. He's only demanding $800K anyway. So Colin McHugh's a guy we definitely want to bring back. He came over from Arizona at some point last year, like halfway through the year or so. Actually, much more than halfway. It's back in August. But, he's not going to demand a lot. And even though he sort of struggled for us down the stretch, another durable guy who's going to eat up some innings and I'd like to bring back Matt Zek. So Matt Zek really sucked last year. He didn't even stay in our rotation. But, he's not demanding a lot. So, I mean, we'll bring back all these arms, but I'm not going to extend any of them long term. The only guy I would consider extending is Jordan Lyles. Because he had sort of been working towards this breakout year for a while. Like his FIPS had been pretty good the last couple of years, and then he finally got his ERA all the way down to 3.2. And I'm not sure how sustainable that is, but he is a free agent at the end of this year. So we sort of have to decide between giving him, $10 million a year or so and trading him. And I don't really know. Chatwood, we have 1 more year we have 2 more years of team control on, so we don't have to trade him this year. Oh, he's not even demanding a lot, but let's I don't even want to give him that extension, quite frankly, because long term I really don't think these guys are going to be a part of our rotation. They just aren't good enough, quite frankly. Maybe it's back end pieces, and maybe you could pay Chatwood $5 million to be a 4th starter, but I don't really want to pay Jordan Lyles $10 million to be a 4th starter. So I certainly want to think about trading Lyles, and it's kind of a tough spot because we don't really have a need in our lineup. So it'd be kind of tough to realistically pull off a pitcher for pitcher trade, but maybe we can get a prospect or something. I mean, you never know. Like Matt Lathos got traded for pitching prospects, so I certainly wouldn't mind doing a deal like that. But I'm going to cut out because the screen is going to take a minute or two. All right, so we couldn't even get a 1-for-1 trade offer, and I don't really know why this happens, but this happens sometimes where they just won't offer trades for certain players. So I might have to do some investigating of my own. Wow, Chris Bassett's a top 20 pitcher apparently. Nice. But yeah, so I don't know. I might. Matt Moore. Man, we had the chance to trade for Matt Moore, and that's looking worse and worse these days, as he's now listed as a top 20 pitcher. But we got Lonnie Chisnell, so I really can't be too mad. But Jose Fernandez, #1 in baseball. Nice. But yeah, so I might do some some individual investigating. So I'll probably work on that and also cut out anyway, because we're pretty much done offering contracts and such. So we'll cut out here until probably either I can find a good trade for Jordan Lyles, or until we win some sort of award, or until free agency, something along those lines. So all right, so we're at the Rule 5 draft, and a couple things I need to get to. So I decided I'm actually not going to trade Jordan Lyles right now, because what my plan is we'll head into him next year. He'll be in our rotation. And because we're unlikely to make a lot of additions to our rotation this offseason, like in terms of trades, free agents, etc., I'll keep him, because, you know, we based on what we did last year, we should come into next year with the goal of making the playoffs again, and even trying to win a playoff series. But you know, it'd obviously be a little bit more difficult to do that without Jordan Lyles. But if we do fall out of the race by June, July, or whatever, then we will look to trade him. But right now, there isn't really much of a market for him, so it seems like we could probably get more for him if we wait. So that's what I'm thinking. Now we're at the Rule 5 draft. We did win a couple awards, so let's go to, we won, of course, a couple Silver Sluggers, sort of the name, or sort of just what happens when you play in Colorado. But yeah, Corey Dickerson and David Dahl. And check out Jason Hayward. He is turned into a really ridiculous player. I just wanted to show this off, because man, since he came to St. Louis, he figured out how to hit again, and that combined with his ridiculous defense in right field has turned him into one of the league's best players, which is so bittersweet, because this is actually what I wanted. I really wanted the Red Sox to get this guy when they were looking for right fielders for next year, or for what would have been this year when Hayward was on the market. And obviously the Cardinals gave up a lot, and you know, giving up Shelby Miller for Jason Hayward right now doesn't look so good. But this is like what my rationale was behind wanting Jason Hayward, because I thought, you know, he's still young. He's only 28 in this, which means he's 25 in real life. So, you know, I thought he could get better still, and man, did he get better in this. And now he's like an elite right fielder. So yeah, anyway, just figured I'd show that off. And the other award we won, I'll get to quickly, is Cy Young, and that was Jose Fernandez. So he wins Cy Young, only pitching for us for half a season, but still, that does go in the record books as a Rocky winning the Cy Young. So that's pretty cool. And he ended up finishing third in MVP, in the MVP, behind two Cubs, Addison Russell and Chris Bryant. And that's one thing I noticed. A lot of these awards, and I even looked at the league leaders and sort of confirmed this, but right now the league is being dominated by young guys, and that's sort of what the momentum has been building towards, especially this year in real life in baseball, where you see a lot of these young top prospects coming up, and there's sort of a youth movement and a youth influx across baseball, and that's really come to fruition here in this save. I mean, just looking at these league leaders, you know, even in WAR we got Addison Russell, Jurickson Profar, almost said Kobe Bryant, Chris Bryant, and even Didi Gregorius is still pretty young in his own right, and he's turned into a pretty good player in this. You know, we see names like Nick Castellanos and Avisail Garcia, J.P. Crawford, Trey Turner down there. Remember, this is the guy we almost traded for. We almost traded Tulo for, and man, that looked like it would have been better than getting Julio Urias right now. Corey Seager, I think, won NL Rookie of the Year. He only played 100 games, but he was really effective. You know, Addison Russell won NL MVP. So, you know, there's a big youth movement in baseball right now. More so among the hitters and the pitchers, though. There aren't a ton of good young pitchers right now that have come up in the last couple of years, and I think that's probably pretty accurate around baseball, because a lot of the good young players you see getting called up are hitters these days. But still, you know, hopefully our young pitchers can come around. And I did check, and so our three pitchers, our sort of big three prospects, are all top 25 prospects. Our big three pitching prospects, which is pretty exciting and encouraging. Okay, top 28, I guess. Tyler Jay's 28, Hunter Parsons is 23, and Brady Aiken is 14. So we have hope there. But all right, we got the Rule 5 draft, so we got to first address the Rule 5 draft pool. And I got to remember, I think our AAA teams are Albuquerque, New Britain, Modesto, and Asheville. So let's sort by team. And come on, load. There we go. Albuquerque. All right, so Albuquerque will add, we'll add Josh Morgan to the Oh man, we need to make a ton of 40-man room. Whoops. All right, I think I'm actually gonna do this off camera because I don't want to waste anyone's time with this. All right, and we're back again. So we added everyone we needed to, or I think we needed to our 40-man. We'll see if anyone gets picked. If anyone does get picked, though, they won't be too important because I added all the important people. Don't worry. But all right, let's go to our next pick and see what we can do in this 40-man or in this Rule 5 draft. See who will be available. And man, this game is going slow today. But all right, there we go. Sort by potential. Come on, load. There we go. All right, so whoa, got some prospects here. Lewin Diaz and Jackson Reitz. Whoa, wait, these are some pretty good prospects. We could use one of these guys. Whoa, and Nate Causey, the guy we traded to the Marlins. What the? Wow, this is weird. Usually there aren't this many good prospects in this that are like just readily available. But all right, wait, let's see. So first off, let's see which one we really want to sort of invest in. All right, Jackson Reitz looks like he'd be a pretty good idea. Ooh, and he's a catcher. I like that. Ismael Soto. Be a corner outfielder. Actually, he could play center field. Could be a good fourth outfielder at the very least for next year. Marcus Wilson. Willie Adams. Ooh. Man, these guys are... I'm going to pick like multiples of these guys, I think. Nate Causey. Yeah, it could get Nate Causey too. It could be backup first baseman Elroy Jimenez. I mean, I do like the guys that are at least a little bit MLB ready, but man, all these guys are pretty good. Wow, I don't know why this is happening, but all right. Ooh, Justice Sheffield. Oh yeah, we could use an arm actually, like a Justice Sheffield. Ooh, I know he hasn't played above AA, but still. Maybe we can get him in the next round. Alright, so I think I'm going to go with... whoops. Wow, I'm going to pick like a bunch of guys here, if I can. If they don't get picked before my next pick. But I don't think they will, because we're already at the end of the first round. This is crazy. Alright, so let's go with... man, I like Reitz, but we don't really need a catcher. Even though those ratings are pretty nice. Alright, we'll pass on Jackson Reitz. Like, he wants to be playing in the majors anyway. We can grant him his wish. Alright, so I think I'm going to go with Willie Adams. I think it's just Willie Adams, who was traded in the David Price trade. And he can be a backup infielder for us next year. Oh, wait, no, now that I think about it. No, we have Max George coming up. Okay, so wait, we don't need Willie Adams then. Alright, so let's go with Nate Causey. Come on. Oh my god, there we go. Alright, so we're going to get Nate Causey back. And he will probably be like a backup first baseman DH guy this year. Alright, let's see who gets to the next round. I imagine all these guys might. But we won't. Okay, there we go. I was going to say, we won't know until the game loads. Alright, so the other thing we could look at is an outfielder. So we could go with Ismael Soto. But I also want to look at starters at some point. Alright, so we can get Soto now. Yeah, we don't need Adams or Reitz. Like, we really don't have a spot for them, because then we have to keep Max George down all year, which is going to stunt his growth. And then, you know, I guess if we wanted Reitz, we could take him and maybe trade like Christian Vasquez. But I don't know. I mean, we can see what that looks like. But let's just get Soto first. And then let's look at starters. This is incredible. I've never seen a Rule 5 draft like this, where there's like this many like good prospects. And I mean, some of these guys, you know, not a lot of them are in AAA yet, but I mean, some of them are like close to MLB ready. So, all right. So starters, yeah, Justice Sheffield, Colin Wiles. Yeah, one of these guys might be worth taking a shot. I mean, I know Sheffield's changeup doesn't look like it's really going to develop, but like the rest of his stuff is close, so he could at the very least probably be a good reliever this year. And then maybe we could transition him into being a starter in the future. So I might go with him. Lewis Thorpe also looks like he's pretty good. Yeah, there's a lot of good starters here, actually. Like this guy I like because he's durable. But I don't know. I think Sheffield makes the most sense. I think he has the highest ceiling out of any of these guys we've seen. Luis Diaz, he's already 25. Oh, he played pretty well in Pawtucket last year, though. All right, so we're going to go with Sheffield then. Oh, but first, before we even go back to that screen. All right, so I just want to see what trading Christian Vasquez would look like, because he's probably peaked as a player, and, you know, I've said it before and I'll say it again, like, you know, he's actually kind of like the perfect player to have in Colorado, just because he's a defensive player, and, like, we know our offense is going to be good, so we can afford to have a defensive player like Christian Vasquez on our roster, but and plus he'll actually hit a little bit better playing in Colorado. But at the same time, like, we have so many, like, we have Tom J. Murphy, who definitely outperformed him last year. Plus we have Thomas Dillard coming up, and then if we have the chance to get Jackson Reitz, who I'd probably also value a little bit higher than Christian Vasquez, you know, it kind of makes sense that if we could trade Vasquez for something right now, that we should. But all right, so here are the offers for Christian Vasquez, and I already see a couple pretty enticing ones. In fact, there are a lot of good offers here. There aren't really any, like, stud offers, but definitely a lot of guys that we could be buying low on. Or, you know, guys that have had success in the past. All right, so let's look at a couple of them. I see Hyunjin Ryu here, which is really appealing. Ryu is a very good starter. Often gets hurt, though. He's got an extension there that's kind of a pricey extension, but he's coming off a pretty good year, although it looks like his FIP might not have been so good. 295, FIP was 402. Okay, so oh man, that's a pretty accurate 2015. Look at that. All right, in 2016 he did that. So he's pretty solid. He could be a good arm to add. I kind of like the idea of that. I wish he didn't have that extension. That's kind of a lot of money to tie into a guy I'm not so sure is any good. But would definitely be, well, minus the money, would be worth taking a shot on. Right? Adam Jones has completely fallen off the map. Looks like he suffered some bad injury there and has not come back and been the same. Ryan Braun. Any of these. Oh, whoops. Go back. Any of these guys. Oh no, I just want to look at the OSA ratings. Shoot. Oh, I can do that. Okay. Yeah, Jonathan VR. I don't really think we need. Yeah, because we don't need a middle infielder. Alex Gordon, Chris Archer. Man, Archer. His ratings are good, but he's actually been half decent. Looks like. Christian Walker would be kind of nice, but we did just get Nate Kazi, and Walker is just a first baseman. But man, I bet that guy would come to Colorado and just start mashing. Josh Donaldson, he has 1 year left, $14 million. Yeah, we don't need him either, quite frankly. So yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm leaning towards Hyunjin Ryu. Hutchinson looks like he's been turned into a reliever at this point. Yeah, he's got half-decent starter ratings, though. He's also a free agent after this year. We could probably get him for something cheaper than Vasquez, quite frankly. Ryan Rua, Taylor Jordan, Matt Dominguez, Tanner Rourke. All right, so I say we go with Hyunjin Ryu. Man, his contract scares me, but, I mean, it's not so bad. Like, it's probably movable. So, oh, man, I don't know. I kind of don't even know if his ratings are that much better than Jordan Lyles, though, you know? But if we were to fit him in the rotation, we could probably give him Turner or McHugh's spot and keep those guys in the bullpen for the year. Probably Turner's, but we'll see how that goes. All right, so we'll trade Vasquez for Hyunjin Ryu. He's a good guy. Yeah, shows some leadership, popular in the clubhouse. Great. All right. And Ryu is, I think, like 30, so not necessarily like that is definitely like a win now move. It's not really like a move that's going to help us out in the future too much. Yeah, he'll be 31, I think, by opening day. So we're paying him 31, 32, 30. We're guaranteeing his age 34 season. Yikes. All right. We'll see how that goes. But all right, so we got Hyunjin Ryu. Let's go back to the Rule 5 draft. So that's going to allow us to pick up Jackson Reitz and Justice Sheffield. And we'll keep Sheffield in the bullpen to start the year for sure. Let's get Sheffield first because I'm more keen on getting him anyway. Sheffield. Oh, roster is full. Well, okay. So is that the 40-man or the active? That is the 40-man. So let's DFA. We just added this guy, but we'll DFA him. And we can DFA Chase DeJong. Alright. And we can DFA Ryan Castile probably. Alright, so go back. We got 3 spots now. And I know 2 more guys we're going to add through the draft. The Rule 5. Sheffield. So we're going to make 4 Rule 5 draft picks. That's pretty much unheard of. But what can you do? All right, next pick. And let's get just sort by third baseman, because I know that's what Reitz is listed as. Yep. All right, boom. So that is going to be that, and we'll pass up on anyone else we could have gotten. All right, then we got salary arbitration hearings. I don't think we actually have anyone at arbitration. Nope. All right, so then let's get to the free agents, and we'll see if we want to do anything here. I mean, we already added one pitcher, so if we added another, it'd definitely mean trading one or two. Oops, Steven Vogt got traded. Jose Altuve's free agent, and Eric Hosmer, international free agents. All right, let's take a look at these, see if anyone is worth picking up. Kono, Toiguchi, Wada, Park, Kim, Freddie Perez. All right, so no one really worth picking up. Let's look at actual free agents then. No, I shouldn't say actual free agents, but you know what I mean. All right, so Eric Hosmer, he's demanding a lot of money. First base, don't need a first baseman, although that would be pretty nice, but I don't want to give up a comp pick for him. All right, so there aren't really too many enticing free agents here. Hopefully Ryu can do what Liriano did in his age 34 season. That's pretty solid. Anibal Sanchez is a free agent. Andrew McCutchen's a free agent. Wow. Oh, man. Coming off a down year, but still, pretty good player. No compensation. It's pretty tempting, but if we didn't have David Dahl, I would totally go for it, but David Dahl's pretty good. So let's do free agents, and we'll just sort by overall and see if there's anyone we're missing out on here. Oh, can offer this guy a contract. Yeah, because we still have a lot of money to spend. Ooh, Altuve's not demanding a lot of money. Interesting. So that, okay. Okay, that's kind of interesting because, I mean, I don't know, like, second and shortstop are spots that we could definitely upgrade in the future. But at the same time, I've been sort of hesitant to do that now because we have Max George coming up soon. He's probably going to take over at one of those spots anyway this year. And then I completely blank out on what my, I feel like I forgot. I was gonna say something else, but I don't remember what now. But oh yeah, now I remember who. Okay, I knew we had like some other prospect. I just couldn't think of who it was. I'm not sure where he is in our farm. Oh yeah, here he is, Dominic Fiscalina, who we just used the top 10 pick on. So we have some like, you know, guys for the future there, but at the same time, you know, Fiscalina is only 20. But if we didn't have Max George, I'd probably go after Altuve to replace Jose Miguel Fernandez. But, you know, Fernandez is only a year removed from being, you know, having 2 4-win seasons. So, you know, it's probably not really worth it anyway. But still, Altuve is only demanding $8 million. You're like, that's such a bargain. You almost feel like you just have to go after it. But, all right, so Craig Kimbrell, Wade Davis, Mark Melancon, McCutchen, Brendan Moss. So we could sign some of these relievers. I'd be down to do that for sure. Tyce Ross demanding too much. All right, I just can't decide what I should do if I should try to get Altuve. Like, he'd definitely have to play second base, but man, he's so good. He'd probably hit like 400 in Colorado too. I mean, so we could move. Oh crap, phone's going off. Alright, if you guys had watched my setup video, you would know that my parents decided it'd be a good idea to have a home phone in my room, and so my worst fear sort of come true. Of course, that goes off right in the middle of a video. But alright, Altuve. So yeah, I mean, I guess we could trade Fernandez and then, you know, bring up George and have him and Panic, I guess, split playing time, but Panic was so good last year. I don't even know. I mean, Altuve is definitely an upgrade over Fernandez, I would say. But at what cost? At what cost? I don't know. And, you know, Panic, I think, can play. Actually, I'm not sure Panic can play third base. Not that we really need him to, but, you know, still, just to have more positions to sort of rotate guys in and out of is always kind of useful. But let's see what the Fernandez market looks like. And, you know, we could move Fernandez and Lyles maybe and combine them to get something good. Sort of the more assets you free up, the more you can sort of stack and try and get someone good for. Oh, whoa. Holy smokes. All right. Whoa. That's a real offer. Okay. I kind of can't believe that's a real offer, but that is a real offer. Paul Goldschmidt. How would he do in Colorado? Holy smokes. And he's definitely the best offer. Stone Castro. Oh, there's Corey Kluber. Ooh. Kluber. Man, he's kind of not been great lately. Like, that's someone I would like to get for Jordan Lyles. Or something. Oh, man. Daniel Fields. Okay. But we have two guys we've identified as certainly targets. All right, Goldschmidt and Kluber. If we wanted both of these guys, I'm trying to think. Mesoraco, we don't. Nah. All right, Kluber though. So Kluber, we could give up Lyles and probably another starter. Like we could definitely give up Jacob Turner or something. Because it looks like they want to trade Kluber. And I'd definitely be willing to take on Kluber. I know his stats haven't been great lately, and I know his money's. I mean, it's not huge money, but I don't know. I definitely don't want to trade anyone too young because Kluber is 31, and this is like totally going for the win now. Like this is shaping this team into like a win now team. This kind of move, Matzek maybe. I guess we could do Matzek instead of Turner. I don't want to give up 3 starters. Fernandez. I guess we could give up Sheffield. I wouldn't really mind giving up Justice Show. I mean, it's just a Rule 5 draft pick anyway. But all right, let's not just do 3 starters for him though, because that feels kind of dumb. All right, wait, let's go to Goldschmidt though, because I want to work out a way where we can get both these guys. And I know like, man, Chisnell's been so good, and like we have Arenado, but man, I don't know. Like we get a chance to get Paul Goldschmidt. I think you take that over getting Chisnell. So, okay, so I guess we could use Chisnell to get Kluber. That's what we should do if we're really serious about doing this. So let's go back to Kluber, Chisnell, and maybe Jordan Lyles, and then maybe one more starter on top of that. I think that's probably what they're going to ask for, which I'd be willing to do at that point. Oh, no, they're actually asking for a bit more. What about Matzek? Okay, now it's. What about instead of Matzek, Justice Sheffield? All right, it's okay. I have to think about it. And all right, we can throw in. We can. I don't really want to give up McHugh. What about Robbie Ray? Can have Robbie Ray. Don't need him. Oh man, Kyle Crockett's good again too. He turned into a beast in my Red Sox save. All right, Connor Wade. Yeah, he's 26. We can give up Connor Wade. And if we wanted to keep Robbie Ray, who could we give in his spot? Oh, yeah. How about Tyler Anderson, Charlie Blackmon, Victor Garcia, Conley, Oberg, Swanner, Max White. Let's go with Anderson. Tyler Anderson. Yeah. Okay. So we can do that to get Corey Kluber. Good leadership skills. Basically Chisnell, Lyles, and Sheffield. Which is kind of a lot, but when we can do Goldschmidt, when we can do Fernandez for Goldschmidt straight up, it's not really that much. And then we could sign Altuve. So, all right, I kind of like this. I think this would really help the team get better now. This is certainly like a series of moves that would help the team get better now. In the now. All right, should we do this? I think we're doing this. I really don't want to give up Lonnie Chisnell, but when you have the chance to get Paul Goldschmidt, like I don't see how you pass that up, quite honestly. Even though Chisnell's been so good. But all right, and Lyles. Goodbye, Jordan Lyles. It was nice having you. Just double checking to see if there's any way we can keep him. Yeah, so if we kept him, we could give up like Jacob Turner for him, but oh man, I guess a guy like Turner only has one more year of team control than Lyles does anyway. And if we kept Lyles, that would probably help the rotation this year. So maybe we should keep Lyles instead of Turner or Matzek. Matzek's got a couple more years left. He definitely doesn't have the track record. I mean, even Turner's been better than Lyles. I mean, Turner's been better than Matzek. Let's go back to starters. Ryu, I don't want to give it, well, yeah, I don't really want to give up Ryu for him anyway. Doesn't really make quite as much sense for either side. Chatwood, we want to keep Chatwood. Yeah, man, I think I want to keep Chatwood and Lyles. But, you know, at that point, we don't have room for Turner or Matzek anyway in the rotation. So, yeah, let's give up Turner. Because even though he's pretty solid, he would just be in our bullpen anyway at this point. I'd rather keep Lyles, even if it's only for 1 year. So, all right, we'll do that. And then let's go to the Diamondbacks. And we are going to get Paul Goldschmidt. Holy smokes. All right, so let's add these guys to our roster. And now let's take a look at the roster, see what it looks like. So yeah, Gabing at second base now, but that's all right because we got Goldie. And we'll probably hit Gallo third maybe and do... Like, I'm trying to think of what the lineup might look like. I really shouldn't mess with this too much right now. I'm wasting time. I feel like it's going to be a very long video. But yeah, do something like that. Then Dahl, then Dickerson, Murphy. Alright, and then we'd probably hit Altuve. Maybe we'd hit Altuve second, actually. Yeah, probably. And maybe move Arenado down to... Man, I don't even know. This lineup's going to be good, though. In Colorado, too. Alright, so we're definitely going to go after Altuve now, then. Got Reitz, and we got Kazi, and we got Soto. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, nice. And pitching, we're going to have Kluber and Ryu. Yeah, we'll leave Chatwood and Lyles in, and we'll have... Man, I kind of feel bad for McHugh, but it's just sort of the way cookie crumbles, I guess. Yeah, we can leave Kluber and Ryu as the 4-5. All right, awesome. So now I'm really liking the way this team is looking. All right, let's go to Offseason Center, free agents, and we can get ourselves Jose Altuve. All right, so the question is, how long do we want to sign for? So he's only 27, so we could do like a 6-year deal. And maybe give him $8 million a year. Use for all. Make that last one a team option. Would he do that? Nice, he would. All right, so $8 million for 6 years, $48 million total. The 6th year would be an option. All right. So let's see about that, and I'll cut out here and get back to you guys when we get some news. All right, so I figured now would be a good time to cut back in, as it is January 5th. The Hall of Fame voting results are actually a couple days old, but I decided to cut back in anyway. So Trooper Jones made it on his first ballot, which is well deserved. That's probably gonna happen in real life. I'm sure he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Piazza, Clemens, getting pretty close. Carrero's also close. Pudge. It doesn't look like Bagwell or Schilling is gonna get in. Tomei didn't get in on his first ballot. That's kind of surprising. I thought he'd be a first ballot Hall of Famer for sure. Bonds doesn't look like he's gonna get in. Santana's on his first year, etc., etc. All right, so. Cool stuff. The Altuve contract negotiation updates have been actually kind of interesting. So we're still looking at getting him, but probably not at the bargain we thought, as he has been getting some pretty good offers for some other teams. So we had to bump from $8 million a year all the way up to $14 million a year. But I still think that'd be a pretty good deal. Now we're the Rockies, so we don't necessarily have we don't have the spending room to be giving out $20 million a year contracts to players, who we can just pick up off the market or anything. But there we go. All right, so we get Altuve, and it is 6 years, $84 million. So originally I went up to 7 years with 2 team options instead of just 1. So that 7th year is really just like a phony baloney year anyway. I had complete control over it. It's like an NFL contract. So I had control over that year anyway, and then it was like $8 million a year, and then I think I went up to $11 million, and then I realized the only way I was going to get him to sign was if I just offered him a couple million more than everyone else, and then he would, probably go for it, and he did. So this is a 6-year, and I limited it to 6 years with 2 team options, so that way, if it does kind of go south, then it's really only a 4-year deal. It's only 4 years of guaranteed money. So, but I'm trusting Coors Field, and I'm sort of trusting that Altuve will find his swing again playing in Colorado, and he's durable, so he's going to give us games. He's a good defender, so I think it's a pretty safe bet that Altuve will work out for us. So I think that's a pretty safe contract, I would say. And now we really upgraded our team this year, and sort of, we didn't even mean to. We sort of lucked out with the Rule 5 draft, and then, I don't know, just sort of the way things worked out, I guess. But, yeah, this lineup is looking pretty darn stacked now. And, the only thing it really cost us was more money. And that's something that we had heading into the year. And now our payroll's a little bit tied up in the next couple of years. This is sort of the group we have, we're sort of going with for the future. Because, yeah, I don't think we have much more room to increase our payroll, especially next year. And we might have to re-sign Goldschmidt soon. So I think that's probably the reason why they traded him, was they didn't want to re-sign him soon. But I would be willing to give him an extension if he plays well for us. He's got a $14.5 million team option next year as it is. So anyway, yeah, so, that's, we've sort of, I guess, planted our foot in the ground. I don't even know what the saying would be, but, our payroll's going to go up the next couple of years, and it's sort of locked in with the group we have. So now we're sort of hoping that this group can play well. We can get some influx from some young guys. And, yeah, I mean, the only thing that, the only negative to what we've done this offseason is it probably restricts us, like, next year and the year after that from going after any free agents like Jose Altuve who we find who might be good bargains. But, at the same time, even though I kind of said I wasn't going to hit the accelerator on the rebuild this year, it's sort of what we've done. And I think we've done it at the same time where we haven't really, like, I guess, we haven't really, like, I'm trying to think of the word. We haven't really, like, well, I mean, even for the guys like Kluber and Ryu, and then we didn't trade any of our future for them. We still have all of our top prospects, so that's why I was kind of okay with doing what we did this offseason, and sort of actually hitting the accelerator button on our rebuild instead of staying put like I thought we were gonna. So anyway, there we go. All right, I'm gonna cut out here until probably the end of spring training. All right, so we're at the end of spring training. I did add one more player to the team, Brad Brack, who's currently on the Orioles in real life. He's coming off of a couple solid years for LA, although actually looks like his fit was pretty bad last year based on his WAR. But, yeah, I figured he's only $2 million. And, man, our bullpen is horrible. I completely forgot to, add to the bullpen this offseason. And, based on the prices, I wasn't really too keen on it anyway, but still, that's something we're probably going to look to add to as the year goes on, through trades, waivers, etc. And I tried to go after David Hernandez as well, who's like I want to say a 4-star reliever, maybe 3.5-star. And man, he was just being an absolute dick about money, and so he ended up getting like $6 million a year. I just didn't want to give it to him. I didn't think it was worth it. So, plus what I had to give him multiple years, I think, at that point. So, definitely was not trying to do that. But anyway, we got MLB season predictions coming up, and we'll see where our team falls. I'm pretty excited. I think, I don't know if we're going to be projected to win the division over the Dodgers, but certainly, certainly think we should be up there. But, I don't know, we'll see. So, let's look at it. Preseason predictions. Oh, yeah, 103 wins. Wow, they think we're going to have a 3.66 team ERA. That's how much they think we improved our pitching staff. That'd be pretty good. I'd definitely take that, that's for sure. But all right, let's look at top 10 hitters. We got Corey Dickerson in there. Paul Goldschmidt's in there. As is Jose Altuve. So we added two of the potential top. And I know part of that's because, playing in Colorado or whatever. But still, I mean, they're still projected to be, top 10 in production for the NL. So that's pretty good. And pitchers, we've got Jose Fernandez and Tyler Chatwood's up there too. Wow, so they think Chatwood's gonna repeat his breakout year. And no Jordan Lyles, but that's all right. Ooh, Aaron Blair, only 25, nice. And in the AL, just see if there's any names here that we have traded away. It does not look like it. So yeah. Oh, Tehran, this is a guy I almost went for. His asking price was a little high, but he did get traded to the Indians. For Josh Naylor, I think, who's a pretty good power hitting prospect. Yeah, right here. Oh, yeah, so that's a pretty fair price to give up for Tehran. I thought we can maybe buy low on him because his stock had kind of fallen after a couple rough years in Atlanta, but oh well, you win some and you lose some. What can I say? Oh, Jose Barros, almost another guy I went for because he coming off of two kind of rough years in Minnesota. I thought maybe we could get him for cheap, but nah, they're holding him still pretty high regards. Only 23, so. Whoa, Jacob Turner. He's projected to be, he's projected to do that. 2.93 ERA. All right, so we'll keep an eye on Turner this year then. Ooh. If he does that, then we're going to be eating our shorts on that one. So, All right. But yeah, our team is all set. Yeah, here's our bullpen. Mutz is our closer. Brad Brack is the setup man. We have Joe Ortiz, Bonilla, Conley, Matzek, and McHugh. We have 2 starters. Lineup: Panic, Altuve, Gallo, Goldschmidt. Actually, what I think we should do is let's flip it. So we have, we'll get righties ahead of lefties in this. Yeah, even though it bumps Murphy up. Actually, we'll leave Murphy there. Yeah, so it'll be Altuve, Panic, then Goldschmidt, Gallo. Yeah, that's a much better 3-4-5. That way Arenado is batting 5th instead of 6th. And then Dahl, who, was maybe our best hitter last year as it is, so he's hitting 6 for us. Yeah, Dahl, Dickerson, and Murphy. And if Panic doesn't repeat what he did last year, then I'll quickly move him down and probably swap him and Dahl. Move Dickerson up to 6th or something, so I don't know, something like that. But yeah, our lineup's going to be beast again. And hopefully the rotation can do, similar to what they did last year. I'd take that again. We were a 95 win ball club last year. So, and then definitely going to have to look to add to the rotation as the year goes on. Or the bullpen, I should say. Let's look at top prospects, just see where our guys fall. So we have a couple hitters, Nate Causey, Jackson Reed, so 2 guys we added to the Rule 5 draft. Dominic Fuscalina and Thomas Dillard, 2 recent first-round draft picks. And then for pitchers... So still all of our guys. Oh, okay. The stock has kind of fallen on them though. Hunter Parsons, Tyler J, and Brady Aiken. So Jay's down to 50. Parsons is down to 84. It's a little bit concerning, but still not too worried. Hopefully they have good years this year. That's what we're gonna look for them really the most. And let's go to just our top prospects page so we can sort of look at these guys individually. I just want to see where they are. So Fuscalina starting out in Asheville. Causey, we know where he is. Dillard is also in I don't even know where he... Oh, he's in Modesto. Okay. Aiken, Asheville, Tyler J. I think he's in Modesto, and Parsons is in Asheville. All right. Hopefully they move up quickly this year. I want these guys to move up this year. That'd be nice. But all right. So that's pretty much going to do it for this episode. Oh, yeah. Jose Iglesias. This is another guy I would have gone after if we needed infield, because he's another, one of those defensive players who I think could thrive in Colorado. He might hit 300, but alright, so that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy. Mid-season episode will hopefully be out tomorrow. Hope you guys are excited for this team. I know I am. Really think we're going to make some noise this year, but alright. So hope you guys did enjoy, and I'm out. Peace.